Joshua was in his room on a quiet night. His lamp was warm and soft. His bed was cozy, and his books were stacked like a little tower. Joshua was about to sleep when, thump, a few books slid down and fell onto the floor. Joshua blinked slowly. Oh no, my books. Then something very strange happened. A tiny, friendly creature popped out from behind the books. He had big, curious eyes and a small smile. Joshua, the creature whispered. It's me, Diluc. Joshua sat up. Diluc? Are you real? Diluc nodded quickly. Yes, and I need your help. It's an emergency in my home. Joshua rubbed his eyes. Your home? Diluc pointed to the corner of the room. A little swirly, shiny hole appeared, like a spinning bubble. Our kingdom is in trouble, Diluc said. Please come. Joshua felt nervous, but Diluc looked so worried. Joshua took a deep breath. Okay, I'm coming. And together they stepped into the swirly hole. Whoosh! In a blink, Joshua landed on soft ground. The grass was purple like grape candy. The air smelled sweet and clean, and tall trees stood nearby, with bananas hanging from them. Joshua looked around. This place is wow! Diluc smiled. Welcome back to the kingdom of the sock eaters. They ran along a path toward a big castle. The castle looked friendly, not scary, like a storybook castle. Inside the castle, the halls were quiet, too quiet. They reached a large room with a shiny throne. A king sat there and a queen beside him, but they did not look happy. The king sighed. No socks. No snacks. Joshua blinked. Socks are snacks here? Diluc nodded. Yes. Socks are our food, our favorite food. A small crowd of sock eaters stood nearby. They looked tired and hungry. Then, stomp, stomp, someone marched into the room. It was Princess Kimku. She wore a fancy cape and looked very serious. Joshua, she said, you must fix this right now. Joshua tried to stay calm. Okay, I will try, but what happened to all the socks? Princess Kimku crossed her arms. Humans are wearing more sandals. Less socks, less lost socks, less food for us. Joshua nodded slowly. So the sock supply is gone. The king held up a tiny sock and frowned. This is the last one. Joshua thought hard. Maybe we can get socks from a shop? Diluc shook his head. We can't be seen by humans, and we can't steal. We only eat the socks that disappear. Joshua whispered. So we need a new idea. They walked to a little room where old socks were kept. Joshua picked one up and looked closely. He noticed tiny words on the sock tag. Joshua read softly. It says, cotton. Diluc tilted his head. What is cotton? Joshua smiled. Cotton is a plant. Humans use it to make cloth. Princess Kimku huffed. So, we don't have cotton plants. Joshua looked outside again. Purple grass, banana trees, no cotton. Joshua closed his eyes. He listened to his own breathing. He tried to think slowly, calmly, like bedtime thinking. Then he opened his eyes. I have an idea, Joshua said. Diluc leaned forward. What idea? Joshua grabbed a small shovel and a few socks. We will grow socks. Everyone went silent. Princess Kimku stared. Grow socks? That is silly. Joshua nodded yes. Yes, it sounds silly, but sometimes silly ideas work. They went near the swirly hole where the ground looked soft. Joshua dug small holes. 1, 2, 3. He placed a sock into each hole, like a seed. Then he covered it gently with soil. Diluc and Augie, another sock eater, brought more socks from the sock room. Joshua planted them carefully, one by one. Then everyone waited. Princess Kimku tapped her foot. This is taking too long, Joshua said softly. Please wait. Let's give the magic time. The wind moved gently. The purple grass waved. The bananas swayed. And then the ground began to rumble. Joshua's eyes grew wide. Do you feel that? Boom! A big tree pushed up from the ground, then another tree, and another. But these were not normal trees. These trees had socks hanging from the branches. Striped socks, fluffy socks, tiny socks, long socks. Diluc jumped up and down. It worked! It worked! The sock eaters cheered. The king clapped. The queen laughed with joy. Princess Kimku gasped. Then she smiled just a little. Fine, she said. That was clever. The sock eaters climbed the sock trees and munched happily. The king bowed his head to Joshua. Thank you, Joshua. Our kingdom has food again. Joshua felt warm inside. He was happy he helped, but his eyes started to feel heavy, very heavy. He yawned. The cheering voices became soft and far away, like a song fading out. Joshua closed his eyes, and when he opened them again, he was back in his bed. The lamp was still glowing. His books were still on the floor, and near his pillow was a small pile of socks. Joshua stared at them. Was it a dream? His mom peeked into the room. Joshua, are you okay? Joshua smiled sleepily. Yes, Mom. I'm okay. His mom kissed his forehead. Good night. After she left, Joshua whispered to himself, somewhere the sock eaters are eating well. He hugged his blanket, and with a tiny smile, Joshua drifted into a calm, quiet sleep.